work for making today and all of the 8th grade events as special as they have been. So all of these people have helped to make all of this possible. So Ms. Polite, Ms. Fuentes, Ms. Coleman, Ms. Allie, Ms. Caitlin, Ms. Shonda, Ms. Z, Ms. Carrie, Ms. Ashley, and Ms. Katie, as well as the adults giving speeches today. Thank you, you all. I also want to thank all of you, our families. When I think about the way you've supported your children and trusted us with this important work of educating them, it's incredibly touching. I know some of you started here at our school when our school was in its infancy, so you really kind of took a leap of faith and trusted us, so thank you so much for this partnership that we've had over the years. And the most important thank you really goes to our graduates. So, thank you. Your curiosity, your grace, your humor, your smarts, your ambition, your trust, your time. You kept us on our toes, and we're better because we got these years with you. I love graduation at WCS. In this program today, every graduate is going to have someone speak for them personally. So this is a WCS tradition. I was counting up with Ms. Coleman before we started. This is my 20th WCS graduation. Wide array of talents and strengths, and I hope that today, as you hear each person spoken for, that you will really know that we saw your children as whole people. The team has worked hard to make this program happen, and one of the things I love is that we're going to hear from a lot of love, is that we're going to hear from a lot of love, is that we're going to hear from a lot of love, is that we're going to hear from a lot of love, is that we're going to hear from a lot of love, is that we're going to hear from a lot of love, is that we're going to hear from a lot of love, is that we're going to hear from a lot of love, is that we're going to hear from a lot of love, is that we're going to hear from a lot of love, is that we're going to hear from a lot of love, is that we're going to hear from a lot of love, is that we're going to hear from a lot of love, is that we're going to hear from a lot of love, is that we're going to hear from a lot of love, is that we're going to hear from a lot of love, is that we're going to hear from a lot of love, is that we're going to hear from a lot of love, is that we're going to hear from a lot of love, is that we're going to hear from a lot of love, is that we're going to hear from a lot of love, is that we're going to hear from a lot of love, is that we're going to hear from a lot of love, is that we're going to hear from a lot of love, is that we're going to hear from a lot of love, is that we're going to hear from a lot of love, is that we're going to hear from a lot of love, is that we're going to hear from a lot of love, is that we're going to hear from a lot of love, is that we're going to hear from a lot of love, is that we're going to hear from a lot of love, is that we're going to hear from a lot of love, is that we're going to hear from a lot of love, is that we're going to hear from a lot of love, is that we're going to hear from a lot of love, is that we're going to hear from a lot of love, is that we're going to hear from a lot of love, is that we're going to hear from a lot of love, is that we're going to hear from a lot of love, is that we're going to hear from a lot of love, is that we're going to hear from a lot of love, is that we're going to hear from a lot of love, is that we're going to hear from a lot of love, is that we're going to hear from a lot of love, is that we're going to hear from a lot of love, is that we're going to hear from a lot of love, is that we're going to hear from a lot of love, is that we're going to hear from a lot of love, is that we're going to hear from a lot of love, is that we're going to hear from a lot of love, is that we're going to hear from a lot of love, is that we're going to hear from a lot of love, is that we're going to hear from a lot of love, is that we're going to hear from a lot of love, is that we're going to hear from a lot of love, is that we're going to hear from a lot of love, is that we're going to hear from a lot of love, is that we're going to hear from a lot of love, is that we're going to hear from a lot of love, is that we're going to hear from a lot of love, is that we're going to hear from a lot of love.
Step into. Congratulations, class of 2025. We did it, and the best is yet to come. Thank you.
Good evening, everyone. To the families, the friends, WCS teachers and staff, but a special good evening to my fellow graduates. Yes, I said fellow graduates, as I graduated last month with my doctorate degree in educational management. As many of you may know me as Ms. Alyssa, I am now Dr. Alyssa. But to the graduates, in the fall of 2016, you all entered kindergarten as fresh-faced 5-year-olds eager to meet new friends and learn. I, too, that year felt the same as it was my first year of teaching. Yes, many of you were my first class of kindergartners. We all learned a lot that year about patience, asking for help, and doing our best. I did not know at my 8th grade graduation that I would later have my doctorate degree. So remember, the sky's the limit. Meaning, you have never-ending possibilities of opportunity and achievement. I did not get where I am today without conquering my fears, trying new things, and understanding that mistakes happen, but you have to find the lesson within it. So remember, be true to yourself, stay focused, shoot for the stars, and you will forever be foxes. And your teachers and I can't wait to see you trot into life and continue to win. All of this brings me to our next speaker, who is the perfect example of growth, determination, and embodies the beauty of difference within the classroom and with her peers. Please help me welcome your keynote speaker for tonight, Kaylin Banks.
Good afternoon, Awbury, parents, and teachers. Today is a big step for us. Right now, we are standing at the finish line of one journey and the starting line of a completely new journey. Graduation is a moment to look back, to look forward, and to most of all, to recognize just how far we've come. Let me be real with you, school hasn't always been easy. There were days when people didn't understand math lessons, days where we lost motivation in Ms. Coleman's room, and days where life outside school made it so hard to even want to show up to school. But I did, and we did, and that means something. It means we cared enough to show up even when we really didn't want to. We kept showing up. And no matter how tired, confused, or overwhelmed we felt, we pushed through. That makes us strong. That makes us powerful. That makes us worth it. Worth it enough to deserve a chance for high school. Even when we were annoying to each other, and let's be honest, we still shared something special. We built something. Not a friendship, but a tolerable space. We came together to help others on Mission Fridays, giving back to the community, and overall just learning that we can make a difference. Or electives, where we met new people from different grades to sing karaoke, watch movies, or even just play sports. We worked hard together during Awbury and Awbury, getting our hands dirty to take care of the earth, the environment, and to respect the world around us. And how could we forget Outward Bound? A few days in nature, disconnected from our phones, Wi-Fi, and drama. Instead, connecting to nature, ourselves, to something peaceful. Nature has a way of teaching you about who you are when everything else is quiet. And so does school, especially this school, WCS Charter School. This school has shaped me. I've gained friendships and lost friendships. Either way, I'll treasure them forever. Because friends or not, here, everybody has a special place in my heart. They taught me in a way. I've learned who I am and what I value. This place and the people in it has helped me grow in ways I never expected, even if it wasn't always good. Every staff and student are essential parts of WCS and the story inside of it. Some chapters were loud and funny, and some were quiet and hard, but all of them mattered. As we step into the next part of our lives, I want you to remember this. Believe. Believe in who you are, even when you don't understand everything. Even when you feel like giving up, even when no one else seems to notice how hard you're trying. Believe, because you're worth it, and you're still enough. You're strong, you're helpful, and you can make a difference, even when life makes you doubt it. And to my classmates especially, I hope you truly enjoyed high school. This is probably my last time seeing some of you guys, so I want to leave you with this. I hope you laugh, make new friends, and find out exactly who you are and who you want to be. As we move forward, I think we'll realize just how lucky we were to have our teachers here at WCS push us the way they did. They were hard on us, not to break us, but to build us. And now, we walk into high school, expecting challenges, expecting effort, and we're ready for it. Because our teachers didn't just teach us lessons, they prepared us for life. I'll never forget this place, and I'll especially never forget these members. WCS has left a mark on my heart, and I'm proud of the person I've become here. Congratulations, class of 2025. We did it.
For our next speaker, I'd like to introduce Jayla Burrows, who's reading a poem she wrote about graduation.
song that's the end of beginning. We will never forget the verses that have shaped these moments we are experiencing today. The chorus that has kept our unsure hearts on its en route. The outro that waves goodbye to the chapter we couldn't wait to finish. We wear these moments now in cap and gown with the stain from dirt that struck us and was almost swallowed down. But we bloom, even in rot. We rise after every defeat. We claim our victory. We do it in peace, all while surviving school in one piece. We are the ones to whom secure the future of the next that walks, and whom we rely on to decide our golden path. This is our garden. Right now, we are only watering it. We, you and I, us, me and you, have all seen and felt the rich, silky feeling of completion and being at the vertices of great legacy that has only just begun. Currently, we are looking at a room full of greatness and potential, the weight of a great nation. Fellow alumni, I would like to take a bow for all the people that have made a vow, stuck to it, and is now holding the papery fruit of one's labor, inked with your name in slick black cursive. In other words, a visual that officially says you've made it. The beauty and brilliance that embodies this crowd with the face of royal blue cloth. Thank you for sticking by, never giving up, always trying, the blood and sweat that colors in the lines of our diploma, and most importantly, well,
And for our final student speaker, I'd like to introduce the class of 2025 valedictorian, Felix Creamer, to give a valedictorian address.
Good evening, teachers, family members, and my fellow graduates. Today marks a significant turning point in our lives, the peak of our middle school journey. As we stand on the approach of high school, it's essential to reflect on our experiences that made us who we are today and look forward to the opportunities that lie ahead. Over the past years, we've come across challenges that tested our abilities, celebrated accomplishments that boosted our confidence, and made friendships that will last a lifetime. From complex math problems with Mr. Singh to collaborating on labs with Miss Katie, we've learned valuable lessons in both inside and outside the classroom. One of the most important lessons here at WCS is the importance of perseverance. There were moments when the path seemed steep and the end was not in sight. Yet with perseverance and the support of those around us, we all pushed forward. Despite facing many challenges, middle school has taught us that success is not only about reaching that goal, but about the strength to continue despite facing multiple challenges. As we enter high school, we must remember that this is just the beginning. The future is filled with endless possibilities, and it is up to us to take hold of it. High school will present new challenges, but it will also offer new opportunities to grow, learn, and make a difference. Let's bring the lessons we've learned, the friendships we've built, and the memories we've made. Let's approach the future with hope, confidence, and determination to make the most of every opportunity. All in all, I want to express my gratitude to our teachers, families, and friends for their steady support. Your encouragement has been crucial in our success. To my fellow graduates, congratulations on reaching this milestone. Thank you. Next, I would like to invite Peyton Bryan and Mayan Spence to the stage to present the class gift.
The class of 2025 is continuing the tradition of donating a stepping stone to line the front drive of WCS Awbury. The stone has been added to the path to mark our graduation and becoming WCS alumni. We would like to thank our families for contributing to the class gift and making our graduation possible. Now, Ms. Polite will introduce the presentation of diplomas.
Now Ms. Polite will introduce the presentation of performance.
All right, we're now going to begin our speeches. I don't know if you guys have ever been to a Wissahickon graduation, but what we do, because the kids have been with us for so long, is each teacher or staff member, anyone in our community can secretly sign up to speak for a student and share with the community, you all, any connections and stories or memories they have as we send them off. So without further ado, we're going to go ahead and start with our first speaker, Mr. Singh.
Zenzi Abdul Zahir. What an immense honor and joy it is to stand here today to speak in your behalf. First and foremost, let me say with a heartfelt pride, you did it, Zenzi. You made it through with unwavering dedications. Over the past 2 years, I've had the privilege of being your math teacher. And I've watched your growth in ways that have truly inspired me. Your steadfast spirit, quiet exuberance, maturity, and composure have set you apart as one of the most exceptional students I ever knew. You have consistently proven yourself to be thoughtful and insightful person, not just in the classroom, but in the way you carry yourself every day. I am incredibly grateful for the opportunity to have gotten to know you better over the years. Watching your progress in math, seeing you to come into your own, and learning about your passions has truly been an honor. As you move into high school, Zenzi, my hope is that you carry this momentum with you. Keep being a voice of reasons among your peers. Speak your mind with confidence and never stop striving to become the best version of yourself. You are meant to shine and shine highly. Most importantly, always remember your worth. I can't wait for the world to meet the amazing student I've ever had the choice to teach. I hope they are ready for you, Zenzi. Congratulations and all the best to you on this exciting new journey. Congratulations.
Kaylin Banks. It is an honor to speak about a student who holds a very special place in my heart. I've had the privilege of knowing Kaylin since her 6th grade year at WCS. Back then, we had our fair share of conversations and sometimes a few tough ones. But what I've witnessed over the last few years is nothing short of transformation. She has grown not just academically, but in her character, confidence, and in her quiet strength. She has found her voice in powerful ways, through poetry, her faith, and her ability to lead by example. Kaylin, I am so proud of the young woman you've become. Your journey hasn't been perfect, but it has been real. It has been filled with growth, grace, and purpose. As you move on to high school, never forget the power of your words, the strength of your spirit, and the value of your story. Keep shining, keep riding, and keep walking in the light you found. Congratulations, Kate.
Cindy Bradley. Dear Cece, for the past 2 years, I've had the privilege and sometimes the challenge of teaching you. Looking back at the girl I met last year, I now see so much maturity and growth, both academically and socially. Last year, I met a girl who sometimes doubted herself. Sometimes you held back on your assignments. Sometimes you act like you didn't care. And sometimes you pushed the line with those eye rolls. But I also saw something in you. I saw something else in you. And that's growth. Please don't. This year, I started to see a shift in you. You began to take yourself a little bit more seriously, started showing glimpses of potential we all knew were there, and let some of that doubt fall away. While the eye rolls are very much alive, they are now paired with moments of maturity, self-awareness, and real effort. You are creative, you are a leader, and most importantly, you have learned to take accountability for your actions. Next year, my hope for you as you head into high school is that you continue to show all of those traits. I want you to believe in yourself and realize you are capable of so much more than you give yourself credit for. You've grown so much and you've done it on your own terms. Because of that, I'm very, very proud of you. And I can't wait to see the beautiful young lady you grow up to be. With love, Ms. Cole. Bradley. Okay, this is one of my school sons. Thank you. Dear Sahib, you will be truly unforgettable. You are one student who has made a big, big impact on our class. Sometimes by making us laugh when we really needed it, and sometimes by making us laugh when you weren't supposed to. You are the kind of person who can make a homeroom crack up with just one perfectly timed comment, a look, or even a dance across the classroom when everyone is supposed to be in their seats. Even when you made me want to fight you, I couldn't stay mad at you for too long. But here's the thing that not everyone sees right away. Behind the jokes, the energy, the occasional distractions is someone who is very, very smart. Even when you pretend it's not cool to care, I know better. I've seen flashes of brilliance in your class discussions, in assignments you actually decide to finish, and in the way you understand things so naturally. It's there, and it's present. Over the past year, I've also seen something else, growth. You have matured so much. I first met you as a 6th grader in summer school. This year, you have started to figure out when it's time to be serious and when it's okay to goof around. That balance hasn't been easy, but you've come a long way. So as you head into high school, here's my one hope for you. Don't get distracted. You've got so much talent, so much potential, and whether you show it with a joke, a clever answer, or a moment of focus, you shine. Just remember that being smart is cool, always has been, always will be. Thank you for the laughs, the lessons, and the unforgettable moments. We're all better for having shared this time with you. Let me know if you need me, and even if you don't need me, always check in. And I know we said we won't fight after graduation, but right now, let's take it.
Sierra Bridget. Sierra, I will speak to your incredible academic abilities in just a moment, but I first want to appreciate just you as a curious student of life, not just a student in pursuit of grades or accolades. You are curious, you're thoughtful, attentive, and imaginative. You are a student who takes genuine pride in academics, whether you are crafting a piece of writing that makes us pause and reflect, or solving complex math problems with calm confidence. Your talents are undeniable. What makes you truly stand out, though, is not just your intelligence, but it's your steady drive to do your best simply because you care. Because you know what you are capable of, and it bothers you to the core when you feel you have not shown everything you can. But it's simple. You set high standards for yourself, and you meet them with confidence and humility and pride and a quiet determination that suggests that this is very much only the beginning for you. Sierra, just recently you found yourself in a very scary, difficult situation. The way you handled yourself, leaned into your instincts, kept your wits about you, and were invaluable in helping us. It showed your maturity and how much you care about your community. Thank you. You will be missed.
Devin Burton. To the girl who always has a Save-A-Lot bag full of snacks to share, constantly loses her glasses, and provides incredible insight in classroom discussions, you are going to be missed at WCS. Devin, you are a bright spark in and outside of the classroom. As you move on to high school, do not let anything or anyone dim that shine. There will be challenges and bumps in the road, but you are a strong, tenacious, and resilient young woman who can truly take on anything that comes your way. I am so proud of how you've grown and navigated your time as a middle schooler, and I have no doubt that you're going to thrive at Parkway Center City. Congratulations, Devin.
Okay, Peyton Bryan. Alright, so now you know who's doing it. Tonight, it's with a great deal of pride that I celebrate you in this achievement. Perhaps it's easiest to describe the things about you that are most obvious. You got a big voice, an infectious, powerful laugh, a willingness to stand up for yourself and your friends, but it's in the less obvious parts of yourself where you have grown in ways that truly matter. Your big voice and your laugh, they cover your much bigger heart. Loyal to your friends, to your school, to your cheer team, all of this shows your loyalty and belief in yourself. You've learned to channel your energy with grace and purpose while staying remarkably true to who you are and who you want to be. I wasn't around for this last moment, but I think it's the best example I can give to show what we've always seen in you. As the picnic cookout was ending last week, the day after your dance, you turned to several of your teachers and you expressed some really genuine gratitude for putting these events together. It meant something that you simply said thank you for no reason other than you actually felt that gratitude and you wanted to express it. and wanted to express it. But it was also the genuine way in which you said it that made it impactful enough that they told me about it. Peyton, in so many ways and for so many little things, we are grateful for you. And we are so proud of the young woman that you are becoming.
Kaden Brown. Kaden, it's something about the way that your mind works, always questioning, always curious, always trying to understand more than just what's on the surface. You don't settle, you think deeply, and you care just as deeply about the people around you. That mix of intellect and heart is very rare. It's something that I admire since I met you. You've shown us that learning isn't just about grades or tests. It's about staying open, even when it's hard. In high school, you'll face moments that challenge you, but just know that you gotta keep searching, keep pushing, and keep growing. And that's just who you are, a thinker, a challenger, and a kind soul with a bright mind.
When I sat to write this, Jayla, like a number of snapshot-like moments came into my mind. Moments of your time at WCS. I remember your first day and your first months. You were incredibly quiet. You were unsure where you might fit in. How would you manage different classes, different teachers, peers? It was overwhelming. I remember your 7th grade report card conferences. And then, with the start of 8th grade, a new you emerged. One confident enough to read aloud in class, and stand on stage, often take us all a bit by surprise with the emotion and skill that you show. In your writing, perhaps a passion has begun to emerge. You have a natural skill at looking at things differently and being curious about what you see. All of this shows your incredible capacity to grow, to develop your confidence, and to embrace the world and question it. I can think of no skills more needed or exciting as you take this next step. Thank you.
Messiah Cheer. Today, I am so proud to recognize a young man who reminds us all that growth is possible when you make the choice to change. Messiah has always been smart, outgoing, and a true friend to those around him. Along the way, he faced his share of challenges, sometimes playing around a little bit too much, and finding it tough to accept feedback from adults. But what makes Messiah special is that he didn't stay stuck. He made the decision to turn things around, to listen, to grow, and to rise to the expectations we always knew he could meet. Messiah, I am so proud of the young man you are becoming. Your hard work, your energy, and your heart have carried you here today, and they will carry you even farther as you move on to high school. Keep believing in yourself, keep striving for excellence, and never forget how far you've already come. Congratulations.
Keyshawn Clark. Keyshawn, much of what you do is behind the scenes and perhaps seemingly without much notice. So I want you to know that couldn't be further from the truth. We see you, and so many of us have been helped by you in some way. You are the first to help when one of us needs something brought in from the car. Could be a scooter, could be snacks, a grill, multiple heavy awkward bags. You are also the first to help when it comes to an issue of technology, always done with a smile, a very particular smile reserved for adults when fixing some technology that is so simple that is laughable. And yet, without these little fixes, we could not have done what we planned. You just have a way of knowing what is needed and quietly taking care of it. Through these acts and your consistency in the classroom, you were chosen to be a mentor and to work with the lower school classroom. And those kids adored you. And the adults were certainly not surprised at how helpful, thoughtful, gentle, and good you were. But they admired that you were all of these things nonetheless. All of those qualities, they're absolutely true. You are thoughtful and helpful, but you are also gentle and funny. You're a hard worker, but you also know when to kick back and enjoy the moment. I hope that you have enjoyed your last 2 years of middle school and that you have felt challenged and seen, because we saw you.
Malia Collins. Malia is not here, but I'm going to read this for her. Some brilliance doesn't need to be loud, and Malia, you prove it. You have a quiet determination and focus that has been so impressive to witness. In advisory, you usually didn't say much in the beginning, but I've watched you grow this year. When you speak with intention, and people listen to you. It was my joy to witness you share more of your voice and more of your personality as the year went on. I have no doubt that you'll continue to shine next year at FLC and beyond. Congratulations. Adriana Corby. Adriana, it's been my pleasure being your advisor and getting to know you this year. Among your greatest characteristics is your consistency, positive attitude, and your drive to achieve your goals. I admire that you always try your best, even when things are challenging, and you do it with a great attitude. Another thing that stands out to me is how you always checked in. Sometimes about simple things like the new book you were reading or the new restaurant you went to over the weekend. Other times it was more serious things like your grades, your personal goals, or how frustrated you were getting something wrong. I appreciate the relationship this year that we built and that you allowed me into your world. Continue to give your all, and whenever you fall, don't stay down too long. I'm so proud of you. Congratulations on all you have accomplished and everything that's ahead.
Awbury Class. It hasn't always been easy, but you met every challenge with focus, strength, and quiet determination. And that tells a lot about the kind of student you are. Throughout our time together, it's been a real privilege to watch you develop, not just academically, but in character. You have shown natural interest, strong work ethic, and sharp mind, and truly set you apart. You are smart, capable, and filled with potential. Don't ever forget that. You are made for great things. Keep believing in yourself. Stay grounded in your purpose. Surround yourself with people who support you, challenge you. You have everything it takes to reach your biggest goal. I am so proud of you, Awbury. Wishing you all the best as you step into high school. And everything lies ahead for you. Congratulations.
Felix Krieger. In many ways, Felix, you let your actions do the talking. You will always have an answer, almost always a correct one if called on unexpectedly, and you will raise your hand, although not often. But in your writing, in your artwork, your self-portrait through the years here at Wissahickon, it's one of the several hanging on the stairs for all the younger students to see. In your assessments in math, you most often let your work speak for itself and for you. As this year has gone on, and numerous sports moments have taken place, I've enjoyed your take on the NBA, Wissahickon boys basketball, both the school team and perhaps more importantly, the game every day at recess. Again, your thoughts and opinions are born of your own pretty careful observations, and you share them sparingly. And this brings me to a final thought, a quote. Confidence is silent, insecurities are loud. Your confidence has shown through more and more, and we hope it is only the beginning of the successes that you will see and all the things that you want, Felix. You've been a good friend, a kind mentor, a critical thinker. You're careful in your analyses, yet you remain laid back and full of joy. What a wonderful way to head off to high school. Stay confident and keep them curious.
Lyric Davis.
Enjoying our lunch break with us. This is the special thing about Lyric, is that she can fit in anywhere. Going to high school can be challenging for some students because they don't know how to fit into a new place after WCS, being at WCS their entire academic life. But Lyric, I have no doubt that you're going to walk into the doors of high school with your head held high and making new friends day one, all right? So here are 3 things I want you to remember as you enter this new chapter, all right? First, remember that only you can define who you are, all right? Remember also to only surround yourself with people who are going to lift you up, and that lastly, you deserve the same level of loyalty that you provide to your friends and your family. With these 3 reminders, you will have no trouble taking on high school. Congratulations, Lyric. I wasn't really quite sure what to expect. But then, that's arrived. And let me tell you, once Reggie got comfortable, once she decided that I was all right, the shyness gave way to a personality full of spunk, sass, and more than a few eye-roll-worthy one-liners. Suddenly, the girl who once hovered at the edges was making her presence very known. And I loved every minute of it. Reagan, you have made me roll my eyes more times than I can count, but your smile, your wit, and your cheerful spirit have always balanced it out. Behind the sass is a big-hearted, reliable, capable young woman who I came to count on. Whether it was helping with something important, setting the tone in the room, or just giving me that signature smirk to let me know that we were having a moment. What I've seen in you is someone who's grown, not just in confidence, but in character. You've gone from guarded to grounded, from cautious to quietly courageous. And I want you to carry that growth with you as you head into high school. Because the world needs you as you are. You are smart, you are strong, you are funny, and you are full of life. You have a spark that is truly beautiful, all right? So this is my wish for you. Embrace the challenges ahead, don't shrink back, show up, stand tall, and let the world see exactly who Reagan is. Congratulations, Reagan.
Braylon Durham, yeah. Braylon joined WCS during our fully remote year during the pandemic. This was such a hard way to start at a new school. As he settled in, Braylon has made many good friends. In the last 2 years, he has grown in confidence and is much more self-assured. He takes his role as a big brother seriously. He also has a little sassy side, not in a disrespectful way, but in a way that adults can't help but chuckle at. He owns his mistakes and learns and moves forward, working to put in an effort to do better. Now, a quick story I heard from Mr. Noel. It was the 3rd day of the 8th grade backpacking trip, and the students were instructed to travel off on their own, near adults, but on their own, for some mindful meditation. During this time, Braylon managed to befriend a small frog. And it spent the large part of the day hanging out with him. He let one of his fellow hikers babysit his frog momentarily, but when he came back, the frog was no longer living. Braylon said a few words for his overwhelmed amphibious friend and returned his body to the forest. It was awesome seeing Braylon actually connect with the animal both while it was alive and after its untimely passing. It was clear that WCS's environmental mission had an impact. Braylon, we wish you all the best in the future and keep protecting Mother Earth.
Michelle is a student who may not always be the first one to speak out, but whose talent speaks louder than words ever could. Michelle is someone who brings a quiet presence to the classroom, always and is often found listening more than talking. But when the music starts, everything changes. That quiet presence transforms into confidence, passion, and pure talent. Whether performing on stage or just dancing in the background, Michelle shows us the power of self-expression. Through movement, she says things that don't need words. Grace, strength. We celebrate you today, not just for your dancing, but for your authenticity. You remind us that there are many ways to be heard, and sometimes the most powerful messages come through creativity and soul. Congratulations, Michelle. Keep dancing, keep being you, and never stop sharing your gift.
Congratulations, you did it. Watching you grow throughout your 8th grade year has been something truly special. It's been so nice to see you open up more, come into your own, and let your personality shine. What stood out the most was your determination, your commitment to push through and finish the year strong even when things weren't easy. I have no doubt that high school is going to be an even greater chapter for you. You're going to branch out, explore new paths, and make the best of every opportunity that comes your way. Keep believing in yourself, keep showing up with that quiet determination, and don't be afraid to let the world see what you're capable of. Congratulations.
Skylar Franklin. Skylar, one of the things that made this year special was the bond we created along the way. When I first met you, you seemed very quiet and reserved, but I later learned that you are extremely observant and intentional about the things you say and do. I'm grateful to have witnessed your growth this year, seeing you hold yourself accountable and always inviting feedback about how you can improve as a student, a friend, and a person. Most of all, I'm grateful for the connection we shared, and I'm honored to speak for you today. I'm going to miss you walking into my office and saying, Miss Ebony, I got some tea for you today. Which is just your way of catching me up on what you've been up to or getting advice about something. As you begin your high school journey, stay focused on your goals, do your best, always show up and speak up for yourself, and seek guidance when you need it. I know that you will carry all the lessons you've learned this year with you throughout this next chapter of your life. Congratulations.
Completely shook after trimester 1, your conversation with Miss Polite. You came into my office during recess, which is a huge thing for middle schoolers, if I may add, and said, Miss Jones, I'm standing here to do work. In the midst of working, focus, I might add, you have randomly asked me, Miss Jones, are you going to do my speech at the end of the year? Do you remember what I said to you? I said, you got to make it on that stage first. And look at where we are. Keon, you have a heart of gold underneath that tough exterior you present at times. I see it when you interact with your younger sister. I see it when you speak about football. I see it when you put your mind to something, just as that moment in trimester 1. During high school and beyond, I want you to remember to show more of that side. Hold your head high. Face challenges with humility and strength. Stop. But most importantly, keep your focus. Your future is bright, and the only thing that can stand in your way is you. Don't let that happen. Congratulations.
It gave me the chance to see a side of you that not everyone gets to see. A side that is thoughtful, resilient, and full of potential. I know I may have been hard on you at times, especially when it came to grades, but that came from a place of believing in what you're capable of. You have what it takes to succeed, not just in high school, but in anything you set your mind to. Keep pushing yourself, keep growing, and remember that every challenge is just another step towards an amazing future that's awaiting for you. I'm proud of how far you've come. Congratulations.
what it really looks like. Andrew, when your school career began at WCS, things weren't always easy. Whether it was turning in assignments, arriving to class on time, or staying focused, there were challenges. But what makes this moment so special is not where you've started, but how far you've come. Over this past year, we've seen real change. You started putting in the effort, staying more on top of your work, showing up ready to learn, and making better choices. You've proven that when you decide to do better, incredible things can happen. And you didn't just talk about it, you showed it through your actions. We are proud of your progress, not because you're perfect, you could still use some help getting here on time, but because you keep going, you kept improving, and you kept showing up. And that kind of effort, that's what success is built on. Keep that momentum going, Andrew. High school is next, and you've already proven that you're capable of rising to the challenge if you keep your mind to it. Congratulations.
Jareer Harris. Ask any of Jareer's teachers, and they will say he's a goofy kid who is kind to his core. But the true test of character doesn't really come from teachers. It comes from a group of first graders. For those that don't know, Jareer spent countless hours in Miss Keenan and Miss Shea's first grade classroom, assisting and mentoring WCS's younger learners. And here's what a few of the boys had to say about Jareer. Lucas said he's so smart. He always helps me and plays Dreambox on my iPad when he comes to class. Aries said Jareer always gives me a handshake and a hug whenever I see him. And finally, Carter said, he's so cool and nice to me always. He always tells me how I can improve my behavior and helps me calm down when I'm upset. I am really going to miss him. Jareer, you're a special person. No doubt, there will be challenges ahead. So if there's ever a time you doubt yourself or lose track of who you are, remember how those 3 young boys see you and the impact you have on them. I know they will miss you, and I know I certainly will. And it's time for you to make a mark in this next chapter of your life. Congratulations, Jareer.
Zahara Henry. As you leave WCS and start your high school journey, there are a few things I want you to remember. You are smart. Not just book smart, but the kind of smart that notices when someone is left out or that understands when a classmate needs help before they even ask. You are always ready to help, never needing the credit. In and out of the classroom, your presence makes a difference. Teachers trust you, students rely on you, and you saved my life last summer volunteering to help with the younger girls at my charity team. They all love and look up to you. Somehow you manage to balance it all with that smile that is truly contagious. The kind of smile that can light up even the most mundane of Mondays. What makes you stand out even more is that you have leadership in you, real leadership. Not loud, not bossy, but the quiet strength that people naturally want to follow. You don't always use it to your fullest, yet. But I know when you do, it's going to be powerful, because your leadership comes from the heart. To you, and to all students like you, you don't need to be the loudest voice in the room to make an impact. Sometimes, it's the ones who lead with kindness, with consistency, and with a genuine smile that truly leave a mark. So as you leave WCS behind and head into your new adventures, I hope everyone takes a little inspiration from you. Let's be smart, be kind, be helpful, and above all, let's smile through it. I love you, and I will always be here if you need me.
welcoming Suhaila James. Miss Allie could not be here today, but I am reading this on her behalf. Suhaila, you've moved through our middle school as a quiet observer, usually aiming to be a highly attentive fly on the wall. Your tendency to hang back in a classroom, however, had nothing to do with work ethic. While quiet, you still delivered on quality material. I wish everyone here could have seen your resume assignment. It was creative, intentional, and focused, much like you. As you prepare for high school, Suhaila, I encourage you to take a little step outside your current comfort zone. Use your voice because you have great things to say. As your advisor in 7th grade, I remember a time you even told me to speak up. You saw me stepping back and encouraged me to instead step forward. I am always so grateful for moments when I get to learn from our students, and that was a time that will stick with me. But now it's your turn. Step forward, use your voice, and see where your greatness will take you. Congratulations on all of your hard work, Ms. Allen. Jeray Logan. Jeray, as sad as I am that this chapter is coming to an end, I am beyond happy that you made it to the finish line. From the first day we met to the countless days you spent keeping me company in the library over the last 2 years during lunch, you left a lasting impact. But what I'll miss even more is seeing how much you've grown. Your 8th grade year was full of change, and I'm proud to say you handled it with such grace and maturity. You've taken on every challenge, learned from every experience, and became a stronger, more confident person because of it. As you move on to high school, I'm excited for the journey that awaits you. High school will bring new challenges, new friends, and a chance for you to continue growing and discovering your true potential. You've proven how capable you are, and I have no doubt you'll thrive in whatever you set your mind to. But no matter how far you go or how much you accomplish, just know I'll always be here for you. Even though you're graduating, I hope you keep me updated every step of the way. Congratulations.
McClary. What can I say about this young lady? First, let me say, Camara, that ever since I met you, you have always shown respect and love towards me, and I truly appreciate that. Every time you walk into my classroom, you greet me with a big smile, a nice hi or hello, and a big hug. You ask me how my day was, and always listen to what I have to say. Guess what? It is no different when you leave my classroom, and this always warms my heart. Second, since you and Reagan have been besties, you have been like another daughter to me. We have spent time outside of school, and that has allowed me to get to know you even more. You spent the entire day with me, helping me prepare for her 13th birthday. She wasn't even around, she was cheering, and you did it all without hesitation and so much grace. You were there for her when she got her second ear piercing, held her hand and everything. And now, we had the pleasure of you joining her in her Delta Academy program. I have watched you grow from a shy little girl into a bright, exuberant young lady. Thank you, Camara, for being a great friend to Reagan and a great third daughter to me. I am so proud of you and all that you have accomplished throughout the years that I have known you. I know you're going to do well, and I can't wait to see you continue to grow and thrive during your high school years. Love, your other mother, Ms. Davis.
Jalen Neal. Jalen, I have quite a few memories of you chuckling along the side of the classroom. Always pretty amused when I would get frustrated at others. And the look of shock and surprise when it was you I was frustrated with was always evident. But those moments weren't very often, especially this year. We've seen growth in you this year. More sure of yourself, more clear on what's expected of you and what you need to do to achieve the things that you want. Your potential to lead is clear, and I think you are becoming more aware of that possibility within yourself. You can rise to challenges, academic, social, personal, and it's been cool to see you take on challenges with greater confidence and initiative. Now, as you stand at a meaningful fork in the road, the start of something new, there are real opportunities ahead. Reflect honestly on yourself and your goals. Recognize that some past choices may not have led in the right direction, and now there are new directions ahead to be embraced or ignored as you choose. Choose wisely, and know that we are here for you if you get a little lost along the way.
Awbury Class. Alright, so let's go back for a moment to the start of 7th grade. Awbury came into our classrooms with a spark, and let's just say a strong presence. There were days, and she knows this, where it felt like her personal mission might have been to make certain teachers work a little extra hard. And honestly, you succeeded. But underneath that spark was something bigger, potential, and a spirit that we couldn't help but root for. Fast forward to today, and we see a completely different version of that same fierce, brilliant young woman. Awbury, you've grown into a leader, not just by title or role, but through the way you carry yourself, the way you treat others, and the way that you show up every single day. You've become someone who reflects deeply, thinks critically, and leads with heart. You've proven that you can dig into the hard stuff, whether it's an assignment, a conversation, or a personal challenge, and come out on the other side stronger, smarter, and more grounded in who you are. What has always set you apart is your thoughtfulness. You see people, you care, you notice when someone's having a rough day, and you show up with kindness. You ask big questions, think beyond your years, and you make it clear through your words and your actions that you want to grow into someone who makes a difference. So here's what I want you to remember as you leave middle school behind. You are powerful, you are wise, and you are already the kind of person others look to. Not because you're the loudest voice, sometimes you are, but because you lead with integrity, reflection, and care. We are so proud of who you've become. Keep that smile wide, your mind open, and your heart strong. The world has no idea what's coming, but we do. Congratulations.
Sahar, I watch you grow in such a steady, thoughtful way. You don't speak to be heard, you speak when it matters. And when you do, people listen. There's a calmness inside you that brings peace to those around you. You notice the small things, like who's struggling, who needs a little help, and you step in without being asked. That's the kind of leadership that doesn't need a title or attention. It's real and it's very rare. As you walk into high school, I hope you carry that part of yourself proudly. Don't ever think you need to be louder to be seen. Who you are is already and has very deep value. You are strong in the way that matters most. I see it every day.
I'm so happy to celebrate you today. When I met you at the Outward Bound trip on the first day of school, one of the things I noticed was your determination to finish the obstacle courses, even though they were scary and challenging. This year, there have been many times when you struggled or your motivation just wasn't there, but just like that trip, you've always shown up and you pushed through. Your perseverance is something to be proud of, and it will take you very far in life. It has been my pleasure to be your advisor and to witness your goofy humor, your ability to lead when you want, and your passion for your future in cosmetology. Keep believing in yourself and never give up. Congratulations.
What a joy and an honor it is to speak in your behalf today. I am incredibly proud of you, how far you come, and how much you have grown this year. It hasn't always been easy. You face challenges head on. And even when things got tough, you never give up. You keep pushing you forward. And that perseverance has brought you to this moment. Watching your determinations, creativity, and energy in class has been truly highlighted. You have shown strength, resilience every step of the way, and I know those qualities will carry you far. As you step into high school, keep the same spirit, stay focused, do your best, and keep shining. Whether it is a classroom or in a basketball court. Here are a few things to remember. You are not alone. You are loved. Create your own reality. I can't wait to see the incredible future you are going to build. Congratulations.
Dear Rora, this was probably the easiest speech I have ever written. You are the kind of person who doesn't need to talk a lot to make an impact because your actions do the talking. Now, I'll be honest, toward the end of the year, you coasted a little. Got a little too comfortable. Maybe you forgot that finishing strong is just as important as starting strong. But the truth is, even with that very small dip, your potential never changed. Because here's what else happened. I know when you put in work, and I mean really put in work, you bring power, focus, and drive. There's almost no limit to what you can do in the classroom and on the basketball court. As if being smart and athletic and full of potential is not enough, what truly sets you apart is something deeper. It's your character. You are respectful, grounded, and dependable. You treat people with kindness, and you hold yourself to a quiet standard. And in a world that doesn't always make it easy for young men to know how to carry themselves, you are already setting the right example. So as you head into high school and beyond, I hope you remember that it's okay to stumble sometimes, as long as you don't stay there. Keep pushing, keep showing up, because people are watching, learning, and being inspired, just by the way you move through the world. Congratulations to you, and to all that you will become. I am proud of you and will always be your favorite teacher in my mind.
And now, here you are, a high schooler. You've grown in more ways than you probably even realized, and I want you to know it didn't go unnoticed. Watching you evolve has been one of the highlights of this year, and I couldn't be more proud of you. Your hard work, your perseverance, your quiet determination, it all paid off. You should be proud of the person you are becoming. High school will be a fresh start, a new adventure, and a chance to discover even more about who you are and what you can achieve. And I have no doubt you will make the best of it. Congratulations.
Continues to show up in the same way, a warm and quiet spirit, always willing to help others. As she's gotten older, in addition to being a helper, Nyla has also emerged as a leader. In class and on the court, Nyla encourages others and serves as a role model. We're going to miss you on our basketball team. Have you seen her play? Heck yeah! What I miss most is your kind greetings and check-in. I'm excited to see what you do next. Be sure to always move ahead with the same kind of leadership that you showed. Stay in touch.
Be present, not just in the room, but in the moment. Be dependable, not just the kind of person others can. Be dependable, the person. All right, come on, Cameron, making me nervous up here. Be dependable, the kind of person others can count on. Engage, ask the questions, raise the hand, lean in. Support your people, your friends, your family, your team. Chase your goals with grit, focus, and a little resume. Lead with heart, with kindness and respect. And most of all,
Believe in yourself enough to keep showing up, even when it's tough, even when no one's watching. So as you step into this next chapter, remember, you don't have to be perfect, you just have to be present. Keep showing up.
Nafi, work well. You did it. What a joy. What a pleasure and honor it is to speak in your behalf today. I am incredibly proud of how far you have come and how much you have grown this year. It hasn't always been easy, but you faced every challenge with determination and strength. You pushed through. That speaks volume about who you are as a student. Over the years, it's been truly a privilege to watch you grow. Not just in math, but as a person. You are smart, capable, and full of potential. Never doubt that. You are worth of greatness. Believe in yourself, work confidently in your purpose, and surround yourself with people who lift you up. You are more than capable of reaching any goal you set your mind to. I am so proud of you now. Wishing you all the best as you begin this exciting new chapter in high school and beyond. Congratulations, Nafi.
Takir Sanchez. Takir, there's a fire inside of you, strong, bright, and impossible to ignore. You carry energy like it was built into your bones. People are drawn to your presence because you bring life into every room. But what's really powerful isn't just your spark. It's your loyalty, your heart, and the way you feel things fully and fight for the people you care about. Even on the tough days, you show up with your whole self. That kind of spirit can change the room, and someday, it might just change the world. Don't ever dim that light. You use it. You own it. You let it guide you through everything that comes next. Congratulations.
Your energy is a gift, Blake. It's who you are. And now with the maturity and the drive that you've been building, you've become someone who not only brings life to the room, but leads with heart, curiosity, and purpose. We're really proud of you, and we're excited to see where all that energy takes you next. Keep asking questions, keep rising to the challenge, and please, try not to drive your high school teachers too crazy. Or at least give them a heads up. Congratulations, ladies.
Maya Sluka. Today, I have the honor of recognizing a young lady who has quietly and consistently made a lasting impact on our school community. She may not always be the loudest voice in the room, but her presence speaks volumes. With a warm smile always on her face, she brings light, positivity wherever she goes. Her kindness is genuine, her faith is strong, and her quiet strength has inspired those around her, often without her even realizing it. She reminds us that leadership doesn't always come with volume. It can come through grace, compassion, and unwavering goodness. Congratulations, Maya.
Maya Smith. Oh, Maya. I got to know you pretty well last year when you were part of my Mission to Friday group. All I can say is that you certainly made that experience fun for all of us. You had a really great can-do attitude, even when our guide Tito made us do less desirable chores at the garden and you went with it. You encouraged your peers to find fun in whatever the job was, even picking weeds or digging in dirt. It is qualities like these that you should embrace as you get older. I appreciated your humor and your fun-loving attitude during that entire experience. Use this positive side of you to soar and meet whatever goals your future has in store. I will never forget when you and another student left me a note and a little treat on my desk just because, as a gesture to brighten my day. These acts of kindness truly go a long way. Stay away from the drama and stay focused on being the best version of yourself because it is unapologetically amazing. Best of luck to you in high school.
Mayan Spence. Finding your place in a community that already seems to be running at full speed. And like any new chapter, there were some bumps at the beginning. It wasn't always easy, and you were finding your footing, figuring out where you belonged, and learning, as we all do, that sometimes the hardest part of growing up is showing up as your true self. We've watched you grow into a young man who now stands with confidence, who knows who he is, and who understands the value of that voice. The one that fills the room when you let it. And when you do, there's no mistaking it. You bring light, laughter, and this sharp, snappy sense of humor that has a way of making people smile and see the fun in even a mundane assignment. And while you've made us laugh plenty, you also dream big, Maya. And I mean really big. No one in this room doubts that you have what it takes to reach every one of those goals. It's been so beautiful to watch your story unfold. From the quiet, uncertain new kid to the confident, kind, and vibrant young man that you are today. You remind us of what's possible when someone refuses to shrink themselves and instead chooses to grow into who they were always meant to be. So Maya, as we move on to high school and beyond, take this with you. The world needs your voice, your light, your dreams, and yes, even your perfectly timed one-liners. Keep showing up as you, and there's no limit to what you'll do. Congratulations, Maya.
Jasmine Walker. Jasmine has been in WCS Fox since kindergarten, and every single person who has taught her has talked about how caring, compassionate, and considerate she is. She has such a kind heart and goes above and beyond even when no one is watching. For many years, her teachers also commented on how quiet Jasmine was and how they wanted her to find her voice and reach out and connect with others more often. Her kindergarten teacher, Miss Alyssa, wrote on her kindergarten report card, Jasmine is working on using a loud and proud voice to get what she needs from her teachers and peers. Last year, it happened. Jasmine found her voice and developed deep friendships with some of her classmates. She has made a lovely group of friends who I hope she will stay in touch with as she moves on to high school. Jasmine, keep marching to your own drum. Set your goals and meet them in your own time. And remember that life is more fun. Just a minute. Life is more fun with a friend by your side. You will need to dig deep as you move into a new school with so many new kids. Let them see your amazing sense of humor and your kindness, and you will make a whole new group of friends. Just don't forget us at WCS.
Majid Whaley. So I'm going to start with a quote. I've learned that people will forget what you said, people will forget what you did, but people will never forget how you made them feel. Very famous Maya Angelou quote, and it is perfect for Majid. In a world where one can feel lonely and unseen, Majid makes others feel heard and special by truly listening and remembering the little details about somebody. Typically, when somebody asks how you're doing, they just go on their day without waiting for an answer. Well, Majid is not one of those people. He always asks, how are you? And then genuinely listens to the answer, asks follow-up questions, and checks in as time goes on. Majid, as you move on to high school, don't lose this part of you. Continue to approach the world with an open heart and an open mind, and I know success will follow you. Congratulations and good luck at Central.
Nair Weston. Nair, you have a quiet presence that carries weight. You don't need to say much for people to respect you. The way you carry yourself does all the speaking. There's confidence in you, but it's humble. There's strength in you, but it's patient. You like to think things through. You give people your full attention, and you move through this world with a sense of purpose. You've grown so much, and yet I feel like you're still only scratching the surface of who you're becoming. As you enter high school, trust your pace. You don't have to rush, and everything about you is who you are, is building towards something great.
Let's hear it for our students. A principal, one of my goals is to always find partnerships within families and groups and organizations within our community. And been shining and they wanted to pour into our graduating class. The King Scholarship's mission statement is, we are committed to inspiring students to discover their true potential, celebrate their individuality, and develop a deep sense of self-worth and self-compassion, nurturing a supportive environment where they can thrive both academically and personally. So I'm going to go ahead and bring up Ms. Vanessa King and whomever else she would like to bring with her to present our first ever King Scholarship recipients.
Good evening, family, friends, teachers, staff, and absolutely the graduating class of 2025.
On behalf of the King Scholarship Committee, I want to thank each and every one of you for applying for the first annual King Scholarship. Your stories and your dreams have inspired us more ways than you can imagine. It takes courage to put yourself out there, and for that, we applaud you. As you all prepare to enter high school, know that you are stepping into a powerful new chapter. High school is a time of growth, of discovering who you are and who you want to become. It may come with challenges, but it will also come with moments that shape your future in meaningful ways. If you were not selected for the scholarship this year, please do not see this as a default. This is not the end. It is just one step on your journey. You are still brilliant. You are still capable. And you are still destined for greatness. Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. once said, "The ultimate measure of a person is not where they stand in moments of comfort and convenience, but where they stand in times of challenges and controversy. So stand tall, even now. Let this moment motivate you, not discourage you. Keep striving, keep dreaming, keep showing up as your best self because the world needs your voice, your strength, and your brilliance." With this said, we would like to take a moment to congratulate the 3 winners of the first annual King Scholarship.
Before we present and acknowledge the winners, I would just like to let you know what the King Scholarship or how it was developed. 21 years ago, my husband and I had decided to, or wanted to, give scholarships to students. At first, it was for high school. Unfortunately, but he's still with me. My husband is no longer here with us. And I presented the presentation to my children. And all of them are here at Christmas time. And they were so excited. And they said, "Mom, you should go ahead and do it." And I'm like, okay. So where do I go from here? So it came to my mind to come to my grandson's school, Wissahickon Charter School, where my grandson attends, Cameron King. So I presented the idea to Ms. Polite, and she was so excited to partner with us. And when she told me to do a video, I was like, oh no, that's not my, so I pointed to my son. I said, "You got that one." So he made the video, and thank God, because I would probably just crawled under the chair somewhere. But I thank God that not only my family, my daughters, Shonda Robinson, played an awesome part in all of this. And I must definitely say, Dean Christie, she also absolutely played a part, and I'm so thankful, I'm so grateful that there's been so much support in the little time that this was started back in March of 2025. So, with that being said, and if anyone would like to partner with us, we do have information, and you can see any of us with the King Scholarship green shirts on tonight, just let us know. So, the first winner of the King Scholarship, first ever at Wissahickon Charter School, Sierra Brinkley. Our next recipient is, please forgive me if I'm pronouncing it incorrectly. As a matter of fact, Sahar. The last recipient is Vanessa King. That's me, I'm sorry. The last recipient is Mion J. Spence. Congratulations to each of you. We're proud of your hard work and look forward to seeing your continued success. And finally, to the entire graduating class of 2025, congratulations. We are so proud of you. As you take the next step in your journey, we wish you nothing but success, growth, and joy in all that you do. The King Scholarship Committee, who is myself, Vanessa King, Isaiah and Jaya King. Stand up, please, Jaya. Onijah, which had to leave, and Amber Lacey Stevens. Lachey Holt. And last but not least, Shonda Robinson.
and Miss Polite.
All right, we also have one more award that we'd like to present at graduation. It's the Peggy Chung Thrash Cares Values Award. We are delighted to present the Peggy Chung Thrash Cares Award to a student who embodies the essence of Wissahickon Charter's CARES values. CARES stands for collaboration, academic excellence, responsibility, empathy, and self-reflection. This award celebrates the remarkable character and contributions of a student who consistently upholds these core values, creating a positive and inspiring atmosphere within our school community. This award is named after Peggy Chung Thrash, a beloved Wissahickon guidance counselor. Peggy tragically passed in 2013, but she has left an indelible mark on our community and remains an exemplar of our CARES values. In recognition of their exceptional embodiment of the CARES values, we are honored to present Sierra Brickley. With the Peggy Chung Thrash CARES Values Award. Sierra's dedication to fostering collaboration, pursuing academic excellence, embracing responsibility, practicing empathy, and engaging in self-reflection serves as a beacon of inspiration for all of us and will ensure her success during her next step in her journey. Congratulations, Sierra, on this well-deserved recognition. Your outstanding character and commitment to these values have made a lasting impact to our school community. All right, it is now time for our closing remarks. My dearest sunshines, behind you, all of your memories. Before you, all of your dreams. Around you, all who love you. Within you, all that you need. Go confidently in the direction of your dreams. Live the life that you have imagined. I want you to believe deep in your heart that you're capable of achieving anything you put your mind to, because you will never lose. Because you are smart, you are beautiful, not a crier normally, but most of the parents know, I think this was one of the ones that I ended up in the classroom teaching in 6th grade. And we, had some struggles. They were one of the first classes to really truly partner with me. We sat in a circle. We had a lot to work out for a very long time in order to move our middle school to where we needed to 3 years ago. And their partnership has made it so much easier. So, for the rare classes that get some tears on graduation, but remember that because you are smart, you are beautiful, you will be your best, you will work your hardest, continue to love yourself, respect others, and work towards what? It has been an honor serving as your principal. One last thing before we finish up. Of course, I want to show some additional love and appreciation to our admin team, our CEO, Dean Christie, our lower school principal, Ms. Kate, Ms. Rebecca, Ms. Jones, Ms. Gordon. I just can't say enough about this team. I think most most of you guys know, my family and I decided to embark on a crazy journey to try to have one more child. We ended up with twins, so over the last 3 or so months, I don't even know, it's all a blur. This admin team has been truly, as well as all of the Wissahickon teaching team, been holding down the middle school, and they have done a phenomenal job. So I cannot thank you guys enough for the opportunity to do so. But also to the amazing 8th grade events planning committee, Miss Katie, you guys can stand, Miss Coleman, Miss F, Miss Ebony, Miss Allie, Miss Davies, Miss Kaylin, Mr. Saint, Miss Ashley, Miss Wanda, Miss Paige, truly had the village, making sure that the picnic and the dance and the graduation and the trip were all a success. So I just want to give you guys a huge shout out. If you are a WCS staff member, can you just stand up? I just want to give you your honor as well. Because we know that it takes a village, spirit, put your little gang together, give them their roses. Can we hear it for our WCS staff one more time? All right, kiddos, please stand. You did it, my girl. Move your tassel from right to left. On behalf of Wissahickon Charter School, you are now officially graduated.